Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Newman, and today we have a special treat for you. No action figures today. Today we will be unboxing Batman, the animated series Batwing from McFarlane Toys. Now before we get to the official unboxing, I would just like to ask that you like this video if you do indeed like it, and subscribe so that you can continue to watch me unbox these items, which may be treasure or tragedy. So I bought this oversized vehicle as a pre-order from Target. It is a Target exclusive, so that's the only place you actually could buy it from. While pre-ordering this, I actually bought two other vehicles that were already out from McFarlane Toys, which I will be doing an unboxing and review for later on down the line. It's probably going to be a while, though, because I've got so many toys I have to unbox and do reviews for. I'll be busy for a few weeks. So here you go. Here's an aerial view of the box right here of the Batwing. Looks very nice, very classic Batman the Animated Series, not too complicated, nice and basic. And here we go. Here's the box itself. It is a big box, let me tell you. Here is the front of it with just Batman the Animated Series on it. Nice and simple. I think I kind of would have wanted a little bit of red in there because the Batwing itself tends to blend in with the background. Maybe just a splash here and there, or possibly a shot of Gotham City in all of its brutalist architecture. Either way, I mean, this is still pretty good though. Now before we actually begin unboxing this further, I just wanted to give you a sneak peek of the extra figure that we'll be unboxing with this. It is the Joker! I don't plan on collecting the entire Batman the Animated Series line from McFarlane Toys, but I did want some figures to go with this vehicle. And the Joker, this is my favorite look for the Joker, with the trench coat and the hat. It's just, it's fantastic. I love it. I wasn't able to find a Batman or a Robin at a reasonable price, so, I don't know. That may take me a while. Hopefully they'll have a reissue, maybe. I've also considered getting the Mezco 1/12 scale Batman the Animated Series figures, but then I don't really like the articulation on those. Oh, so here's a card that comes with this. Take a look at it. Okay, there you go. Alright, let me set this aside. So yeah, like I was saying, I'm not a big fan of the lack of articulation for the Mezco figures for Batman the Animated Series. I know what they're going for. They're going for a retro style. But I don't know how well that's going to work with a vehicle that's supposed to be for a figure with knee articulation. So I don't know. Hopefully they have some sort of reissue, or I might just bite the bullet and buy a really expensive Batman and Robin on the aftermarket. I hope it doesn't come to that. If I'm lucky, they'll release some sort of variant that isn't a weird variant, like with scuba gear or some other bullshit. So, okay, so here we go. So, this right now looks like the Bat boat. So, I'm wondering, where are the wings? Do they fold out? And I'm just not smart enough to figure out how they fold out. But, I don't know. I have no idea. What's going on? And here we go. So they were in the boxes that I took out initially. At first I thought these were just packaging boxes to keep everything secure, but no, they are also holding the wings. So here we go. And it just clips on as so, with a nice little snap. Get the other box. Do a little switchy. And here we go. Alright, now we're cooking with grease. And another snappity snap. And there we have it. There is the Batwing. And this looks fantastic. As a big fan of Batman the Animated Series, it came on when I was in elementary school. I believe maybe 4th or 5th grade. That was the show to talk about when you're driving home on the bus with your other friends. This is fantastic. This looks great. So let's go ahead and take a peek in the cockpit. And here we go. So we've got some detail work going on in here. And if we take this off, there's a cockpit for Robin, or any other figure that you might want to put in there. They've got some screens in there as well. It's pretty cool. I'm glad that they're not just stickers, that they're actual plastic and sculpted. It's not super high end. It's I mean, you know, it's under $200, this vehicle, so you're not going to get something that has a lot of shifting gears and moving parts. So it's really just kind of plastic, sliding on plastic. We've got a compartment here for the batteries, so we're going to put these batteries in, see what sort of electronic features we have. And it looks as though the cockpit is lit up now. So let's go ahead and get this thing opened up again. And there you have it. So all of the screens and panels and gears and such are all lit up now. So that's pretty cool. I do like that. Let's go ahead and check out Robin's cockpit if I can get this off. And his screen is also lit up. So that's fantastic. That's nice. I don't see any buttons for any sort of electronic sounds on this. There was a listing that I read that said that this was supposed to have some sort of electronic sound, but I may have been looking at a listing for another company's Batwing. But one other thing of note is that the exhaust in the back is lit up as well, and that looks really nice. That looks pretty cool. Now, while I was inserting the batteries, I did notice that there were a couple of compartments on the bottom. Not for sound effects, but for landing gear, it looks like. So yeah, look at this. While messing with it, I took them out, so let me just speed through this. And to get the landing gear out, you just take up these compartments right here, pull it out, click it back in, as such. And here we go. And there's one more landing gear up front, so just put that panel back, extend the wheel, and there you go. We've got landing gear. So you can have this sitting on your table if you want. Alright, here we go. And the wheels do work. But they tend... Alright, so this locking mechanism on the wheels towards the back, I'm going to be honest, it's not great. Yeah. That is a shame. The one up front is fantastic. It locks in place very well. But these two on the back, they're not very good. So you may want to save that cardboard that you just unpacked and use it as a bracer to keep those wheels stationary. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. So just a little bit of more information. I've never actually purchased a McFarlane toy before. This is my first, as well as the extra figure that I'm doing. And I've always heard mixed reviews for McFarlane toys, so I really haven't been chomping at the bit to get one of these toys. And plus, nothing's really screamed out to me very much, besides this, of course. And sometimes the Batman the Animated Series stuff, but I haven't obviously gotten it until now. Let me stop myself. There is a grappling hook at the very front of this. I'm going to have to move it just a little bit to get to it. Okay, here we go. So yeah, there's a grappler right here, which I believe he used in the Two-Face episode, maybe, or Clayface episode. I remember he was intimidating a thug, and the thug passed out, and he dropped him in a swimming pool, which honestly should have killed him. But yeah, there's a grappler here, yeah, but you have to manually take it out. So there's no lever or anything, or extender to really move it. You just gotta manually move it. Again, it's fine. So that's pretty much all the features on the Batwing. So we're gonna move on to this Joker figure. Again, so this is sort of a bonus unboxing, so I'm not gonna take a whole bunch of time with this figure, just a few moments. So yeah, here you go. Now, I did not realize it, but this trench coat is actually a soft rubber plastic. And you know what? Although these arms are single jointed at the elbows, you can actually get some good movement and posing in this. More than I was expecting. So yeah, fancy that. And we've got single joints at the knees as well, which I'm okay with. I've seen Joker figures that have a lot of articulation, and they tend not to look great, because Joker wears a suit, and then you break up all the sculpt of the suit. It just doesn't look quite right. So I'm okay with limited articulation if the sculpt is saved. And you know what? This is pretty good. This is pretty good. And again, like I was saying, this trench coat is rubber, so he should be able to sit down in the Batwing. That's pretty cool. See if he balances well. If I can get him balanced because I was messing with his legs. And yeah, okay, yeah. Pretty well balanced as well. I think the black on his grin is a little too black. It looks a little too caked on as far as painting. We've got a whole bunch of extra hands, which I don't know what to do with. But no guns, no weapons, which is curious. I mean, again, this is a kid's toy, quote-unquote, so I guess that's why there's no gun, which is a shame. Here's a Joker card, much like the card that came with the Batwing. So I guess these come with all of the Batman the Animated Series figures and accessories. Okay, there you go. You can pause it and zoom in and read it if you want, but I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Overall, I think this is a decent figure. I'm not 100% sold on the paint application on the face. I think the paint on the teeth are a little too caked on. But, you know, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not a high-end figure, so, you know, you get what you pay for. And here is the scaling of the Joker as compared to the Batwing. So, scaling's really good, too. So that's cool. I do like that. Let's go ahead and see if I can get Joker seated in the Batwing. Let's go ahead and get the cockpit opened up. Got Joker here, knees bent. He's not quite getting in there. So, let's try it with knees straight. And, yep, not quite. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Just had to spread his legs apart a little bit. And, yeah. Alright, okay, alright, yeah. Alright. He fits pretty well. Not too bad. Wonder if I can actually close the cockpit. Because he does look slightly taller than the cockpit. Maybe... You know what, I think I could get it closed if I tried to force it. But I don't want to because my fear is that I won't be able to open it back up. You know, if it was a regular Joker without the trench coat, he could probably sit perfectly well. As well as a Batman or a Robin. I hope. I don't know. It might have the same situation with Batman if Batman has a rubber cape like this trench coat. So I don't know. I might be facing the same situation. So overall, what do I think of this? You know what? I do like this quite a bit. I do like the Batwing very much. I'm good with it. I paid $149.99 from Target for it, and I think I would say that's a decent price. It's quite larger than my Captain America shield, which I paid, I believe, $140 for. So not only is this larger, it also has light-up features. So I guess that tracks. So I would say the price is pretty reasonable. Now, I wouldn't call this a high-end vehicle by any means. It is definitely on par with a kid's toy. So it's not super high-end. There's not a lot of metal components. It's pretty much all plastic, minus the electronic components. I do think the landing gear is a big old miss. Hopefully it was just mine, and if you decide to get this, you won't have the same problems that I did. The vehicle is reasonably sturdy. It didn't come in with any scuff marks or scratches. The matte painting is excellent. It's really just that landing gear that I take issue with. Now, if you do decide to get this, make sure you have the space for it, because it is very large. I'm going to be honest, I have no idea what I'm doing this thing. It's probably going to have to go in the closet for a little bit until I make some space for it. But overall, I would probably give this a solid 3.75 out of 5. Maybe even a 4 out of 5. Sure, yeah, I'm feeling generous. So alright, that's pretty much going to wrap everything up. I am Rip It Open with Newman on Blue Sky, Instagram, Threads, Fanbase, and Red Note. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Hit the bell for notifications, and I will check you later.